Guys, welcome to another tutorial of HTML, and today we're going to learn about attributes of HTML. So what are attributes? First of all, I'm just going to clean this up. Okay. So you have seen in lots of websites and pages that there is a link that takes you to another page and opens up another page in that. That happens with a new tag called a, which is an anchor tag. And this is also an open and closing tag. And in the tag, you place the text, hello world, or I'll place that open Google, right? Now, when I reload my page, I see that text, but there is no link to Google, right? So how do we get us to the Google page whenever we click on this text? That happens when you give an attribute of href to this anchor tag. Now we have to give some value of this href. So we give that by writing an equal over here. And after that equal, we put inverted commas. And these can be single quotes or double quotes. It's your call. And you can also put this like this in the capital letters. It won't affect anything, but it is recommended that you write the attributes in the small case letters. Now you just put the address over here where you want to take the user to whenever they click on this text. I'll just save it and reload. There we go. Now we see an underline. That is the default behavior, that the default style that browser puts on a link. Now whenever we click on this link, it takes us to the Google with our address we have put there. So we can create a bunch of links like this. You also see navigations on the website, which takes you to another pages in that website or out of that website. Those are also these anchor tags. Now we also have another attribute of anchor tag, which is called target. And in that target attribute, we specify that if it should open that attribute goes like this. You can give as many attributes as you want to a tag, but attributes do have some specific meaning or some kind of function, like the href attribute over here and the target attribute. You can write the attribute separated by spaces like this in the opening tag, not in the closing tag. You can always write attributes in the opening tag. Okay, so target attribute has a value called underscore blank. So if you give this value to this anchor tag, the underscore blank value, whenever you click on this open Google link, it will open that link in the new tab, and that tab will remain there. We also have other attributes for other tags. There are a lot of attributes. Some are specific to some tags and some are universal, like the class attribute. The class attribute is a universal attribute. You can give this to any element, and in the future tutorials you will see that we will be giving out these when we will be styling our elements in HTML. We can also give the class to anchor, and we can also give the class to any other element called another list or span or any kind of HTML tag. Okay, there's also a ID attribute, and this is also a universal attribute. Now I'm going to talk about another attribute in HTML which is universal, but it has some trick, like it's a kind of thing. So that is the title attribute. In title, whatever value you write, I'll write that click on this link to open up Google, right? So I come and reload. Now I put my mouse over this, and you see that gray title bar that pops up. This is a tooltip, right? And it says click on this link to open up Google. And it exactly is what I typed in this title. So what title does, it creates a simple tooltip which is displayed upon the hover over that element. We have other attributes, but we will explore them later in the future tutorials when exploring other HTML tags. We have another HTML attribute called style, and this is also a universal attribute. You can give this to any element. to style that element. And in its value, we specify the CSS, the styling language of web pages. Now, I'm not going to dive into the CSS right now, but it is mandatory that I show you what kind of magic style attribute does. So I'm going to give this style to this element, and I'll just write color colon red. Now, this is specific CSS language. So we'll cover up in this in our second tutorial after HTML. Now I will comment reload. Now see that text is in red. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon.